Shalom, Shalom, and welcome to the Inward Man. My name is Symmanayah, and this is the 29th installment, a reflection of the things that stir within inside of me. It is a message directed to the rise of the 144,000 in great multitude, to the children of Yahuah, those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father and Creator of all, Yahuah, who manifests his word in the person of Yahusha. My brothers and sisters, let's get started with this segment. I want to bring your attention to the words cleaning the glass of water. Cleaning the glass of water. And before I begin reading some scriptures, if I may, my brothers and sisters, let me ask the question. How would you feel about swimming in a lake, the ocean, a swimming pool, and it was filled with sticks and garbage and trash? Would that make for a pleasant experience, swimming around in dirty water filled with things that you can see? Or what about the things you can't see? The hidden disease and bacteria in any water, lake, river. Would that make for a pleasant experience? I think not. I will present to you, my brothers and sisters, that I believe that water is also symbolic of the word of the Almighty Father. That water is also that cleansing mechanism that brings us into maturity and set apartness. Water is also made alive as we read the physical text, and it's made alive by the Spirit of Yahusha, the Spirit of Yahuah, sent in Yahusha's name by our teacher. I will submit to you that it is time for us to begin to clean the water. Let us remove the sticks, the dirt, the crud, the bacteria that we have allowed ourselves to participate in, having it mixed with set apart words. And here's where I'm saying, my brothers and sisters. It's obvious that a half-naked man or woman, we don't need to see that in our postings, in our pictures, in our sharing. It's obvious that the Mashyach was not of European descent or Caucasian. We don't need to see pictures of that trying to prove anything. It's obvious that fornication, and adultery, and wickedness, and homosexuality are against the word of the Most High. So do we need to really post and show pictures and talk about that? It's obvious that there's an injustice going on. So do we need to constantly circulate pictures of police officers beating up Hebrews or even non-Hebrews, innocent people? Do we really need to see that perpetuated? Sure, to some degree, there's the need to film and show such that justice can come. But to some degree, we have gone too far, my brothers and sisters. We have shown a lot of things that are obvious wicked. We show pictures of demons and perceived demons, or pictures of what one may think of the devil. We show pictures and symbols of things that we know that are obviously wicked. Do we need to really circulate these things among us? I say to you, my brothers, it's one thing to warn a brother or a sister. There's another thing to promote. Oftentimes, we're promoting. We know that the Ku Klux Klan are a racist group. We know that there are some black racist groups. We know that there are many different races that may be violent against the set-apart children of Yahuah, and even more. So do we really need to promote that? Do we really need to fill our time and space with things that are obviously wicked? It's time, if you're on Facebook, let us clean up our feeds, my brothers and sisters. If you're on YouTube, let us clean up the imagery that we present. And we don't need Hollywood to present the things that we believe in order to make a point. Trust the Most High Father, Yahuah, my brothers and sisters. We do not need to use motion pictures and comics to show wickedness. Are we not better than that? Do we not know how to identify and discern things that are obviously wicked? Cleaning the glass. If we start cleaning up our feeds, our pictures, our videos, if we start cleaning up, do we really need to point the finger and constantly say them Christians, them Muslims, them Jewish people that are Khazars? Do we need to constantly keep pointing the finger? There are those of us who are adamant that we are pressed to present things. If you believe unequivocally that the Spirit of Yahusha is telling you to present it, by all means do so. For even in the scriptures it talks about wickedness. But are we going too far? Are we spending more time focused on the things that are wicked and not focusing on the things that we, the person in the mirror, needs to be working on to grow in maturity and set apartness? I submit to you, my brothers and sisters, end times are here. And soon and very soon we will hunger and thirst for righteousness. We will hunger and thirst for set apartness clearly so that we know what we are supposed to be doing, where we're supposed to be going, how we're supposed to get there, and what else is expected of us. I submit to you, cleaning the glass of water. And why do I say a glass of water? I could say the vessel that holds water. I could say our body that holds water. The glass of water is, many of us think that we're private. We think we're hiding. We think we're getting over, or we're playing a game. But I say to you, even those of us who are sincere, who think we're getting away with things that we may keep to ourselves, it is written in the scriptures that nothing is hidden that will not be revealed, that all things will be revealed in due time. You see, my brothers and sisters, a glass cannot a glass be clear? Sure, it can be colored. Let me read this for you, to you. Matthew 10:26 says, therefore do not fear, for whatever is covered shall be revealed, and whatever is hidden shall be made known. My brothers and sisters, there's a season, there's a time when things that are hidden will be revealed. But I'm here to plead with you. Let us clean up our feeds. Let us go through our feeds and delete the pictures, the imagery that cause distraction, that causes harm. We don't need to see the things that I've mentioned, and I don't think I need to repeat myself on this matter. Pray, O Yasharal. Time is a valuable thing. If we allow entertainment, if we allow our eyes, our curiosity to follow the imagery that goes before us, the things that we know are wicked, then we have wasted time. Who is aware of the passage in the scriptures that talks about walking wisdom towards those without, redeeming the time? And I believe some versions use a different word. Let's see if I can find that verse here. It talks about walking in wisdom towards those who are without. Bear with me. Colossians 4, chapter 4, verse 5 reads as follows. Walk in wisdom toward those who are outside, redeeming the time. Time, my brothers and sisters, we expense time with everything that we do. It is something that is a treasure that we've received from the Most High. We live by every word that proceeds from His mouth. Let us use our time wisely. Let us begin to look at things, and if it's obviously wicked, let us not spend a lot of time talking. There are some teachings, there are some sessions or fellowships that spend more time promoting and talking about what is obviously wicked, what is clearly wicked, than on how do we launch into the deepness of the word, the living word of the Most High. How do we work towards one another, building up the body of the Most High? Let me read some passages as follows, my brothers and sisters. Proverbs 20, verse 5 say, counsel in the heart of man is like deep water, but a man of understanding draws it up. Are we drawing up the deep water? Are we drawing up the wisdom, my brothers and sisters? John 3:5 says, Yahusha answered, truly I say unto you, unless one is born of water in the Spirit, he is unable to enter into the reign of the Almighty One. Water, in this case, is talking about the Word, born by the Word. How many of us are aware how John 6:44 talks about being drawn by the Father? How many of us are aware that we must worship him in spirit and in truth? I read John 3:5. Let me read John chapter 4, verses 10 through 14. It reads as follows. Yahusha answered and said to her, if you knew the gift of the Almighty One, and who it is who says to you, give me drink, you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water. Living water. And I say to you, my brothers and sisters, are we clouding living water by introducing distractions that are obviously wicked? Do we make the water dirty and cluttered? It's time to clean the water, my brothers and sisters. It's time for the cleaning the glass of water. Yes, my brothers and sisters, we will grow in discernment, and we will grow to know what must be removed, what must be ignored, and what must not be sensationalized. He goes on to say to the woman at the well, the woman said to him, Master, this is the woman talking right now, being quoted, Master, you have no vessel, and the well is deep. From where then do you have living water? Are you greater than our father, Yahuah, who gave us the well and drank from it himself and his sons and his cattle? Yahusha answered and said to her, everyone drinking of this water shall thirst again. But whoever drinks of the water I give him shall certainly never thirst. And the water that I give him shall become in him a fountain of water springing up into everlasting life. Let us adjust our focus so that we can see the water of life, my brothers and sisters, sprouting among us, before us. Let us move away from trying to entertain or appease one's curiosity by showing things that we know are obviously wicked. Let us not take for granted the ability of a child of the Most High able to know whether something is wicked or not, the things that are blatantly obvious. Let me continue. Hebrews 10th chapter, verse 22 says, let us draw near with a true heart in full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. Do we want the water to be pure? Indeed we do, those who pursue the will of the Almighty Father. Let us, my brothers and sisters, understand what it is for our bodies to be washed with pure water. James 3:12 say, my brothers, is a fig tree able to bear olives or a grapevine figs? So neither is a fountain able to make salt and sweet water at the same time. So I say to you, my brothers, it is of less effect if we allow ourselves to put things into the water and mingle things with the word of the Most High. Let us discern what is indeed true, what is indeed set apart, what is indeed from the living word of the Most High Father. How many of us are aware? We must look in the mirror. We must allow the Spirit to work in us, through us, to clean up our glass, so our water is pure, so that the words we speak are pure. It starts with us first, the one in the mirror. It starts with the leadership among Yasharal. Consider these words. 1 Peter 4:17 say, because it is time for judgment to begin from the house of the Almighty One, and it is firstly from us. What is the end of those who do not obey the good news of the Almighty One? Judgment begins with us first, my brothers. And it will begin with many leaders will find themselves facing judgment. And they will attack the obedient of the Most High that will be delivering the message, rendering judgment. And they will attack and say, you shouldn't judge. Let me do. In other words, if a leader tells you don't judge, and don't qualify that by saying only judge if the Spirit of Yahuah is directing you, only judge righteous judgment. If they say don't judge me, and they talk about the person that renders judgment that's being obedient to Almighty Father, you may want to rethink whether you want to be around such a leader. There are the swift tongues, those who are quick at words, to say that people are causing dissension, or saying that people are causing the unrighteous division, only to justify their own wickedness. Pray, my brothers and sisters, for there are those who are quick to say, I don't judge. We are to judge as we are led by the Spirit of Yahusha, but not unrighteous judgment, not because of appearance, not because we think, but we must grow to discern the voice of the Spirit of Yahusha and respond accordingly. I leave you with these last two verses, my brothers and sisters, as I talk about cleaning the glass of water. Proverbs 1:7 say, the fear of Yahuah is the beginning of knowledge. We must fear Yahuah and understand that in that fear, in that reverence, in that desire to seek to do his will, we will begin to gain the knowledge necessary for cleaning a glass of water. He goes on to say in Proverbs 1:7, fools despise wisdom and discipline. So I say to you, my brothers and sisters, before we start despising the words of the obedient, let us make sure that we fear Yahuah. Let us make sure that we have discerned the knowledge that he has set before us. Let us make sure that we do not find ourselves as fools despising wisdom and discipline. And the last verse I'll leave you with in this segment is Proverbs 14:26. It says, in the fear of Yahuah is strong trust, and his children have a place of refuge. End times truly are here, my brothers and sisters. Extreme times are coming. There will be forced migrations and forced movement as the final exodus begin to take shape. And I ask you, do you believe that we will be looking for a place of refuge? I tell you right now, my brothers and sisters, we must trust the Most High. We must seek to discern his words as he worked in us, through us, one towards another, and through his chosen leaders. I'll read Proverbs 14:26 again. It reads, in the fear of Yahuah is strong trust, and his children have a place of refuge. Be encouraged, O Yasharal. Be encouraged, my brothers and sisters. Our redemption draws near sooner than we may realize. My name is Symmanayah, and you've been listening to The Inward Man. My prayer is that each of us are growing in good health, growing in wisdom and in discernment, and growing together in unity. Until next time, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom.